violent weekend in Louisville leaves a dozen people recovering from gunshot wounds. One of the victims is only 3 years old.
The latest shooting happened last night down in PRP right there on the map. Metro Police say they got a 9:30 call to Grand Meadow Lane near Terry Road. They found a man who'd been shot. He was taken to the hospital. A short time later, 2 men showed up at the hospital with gunshot wounds. Police believe all 3 were shot at the same place.
To the Park Hill neighborhood now, where a man was carjacked and then shot. This happened around 4:30 Sunday morning. That man told officers a man and a woman stole his car at gunpoint, and when he tried to run away, they shot him. That man was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive.
And the violent string of shootings began Saturday night in the Wyandotte neighborhood. Police say around 8:30, they got a call of a shooting on Beecher Street. There, police found a man who'd been shot. He was taken to the hospital, and police believe they have all of those parties involved accounted for.
3 of these weekend shootings involved minors. The first one on Saturday night happened in the Russell neighborhood. This is video from 24th Street near Magazine Street. When officers arrived there, they found a woman and her 5-year-old son. Both had been shot. Both were taken to the hospital and are expected to survive. We're also told there was a 3-year-old with the 2 victims, but was not injured. Police are trying to figure out if those 2 victims were the intended targets.
Right after that shooting, police got a call to the Portland neighborhood on reports of multiple people shot. On scene at North 34th Street near Bank Street, police found 4 women who'd been shot. 3 of them were 17 years old. All were taken to the hospital.
Then police were called to Norton Children's Hospital around 3 Sunday morning when a 3-year-old showed up with a gunshot wound. The child was shot in the leg, and we're told the child was shot at some point between 10 and 11 p.m. Saturday night near 32nd Street and Greenwood Avenue. That is in the Parkland neighborhood. All of the victims in these shootings are expected to survive, but the fact remains no arrests have been made in any of them. That means police need your help. If you have information about any of these shootings, you're urged to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. You can also submit a tip via the online portal.
Today, the inmate who escaped from custody by kicking the back window out of a sheriff's SUV is expected to be in court. 31-year-old Norman Wolf was captured Saturday morning, 2 days after escaping. Police say after the escape, he kidnapped 2 people and forced them to drive him away. Connor Steffen walks us through the journey to Wolf's capture.
Look. An inmate's escape leads him right back to where he started. In the back of a squad car, LMPD captured this photo moments after capturing 31-year-old Norman Wolf. You may remember him from this video.
Holy
Thursday morning rush hour came to a close when Wolf executed his escape by kicking out the back window. That's him hanging out the side of a police SUV headed north on I-71 before jumping out.
You just don't ever know what's going on in that person's mind.
It kicked off a 48-hour manhunt to find him, with LMPD putting eyes in the sky and crews out canvassing streets.
Well, we've been keeping tabs on him and looking out for him.
Neighbors also joined in the search because
it can happen anywhere.
It all began here, Saturday morning, just east of Campbell in Washington Street. Police spotted Wolf in a car. Residents say if you had been in the area at the time, you surely would have heard it.
I was worried, aware, and waiting.
Rebecca Lynn says it was hard to ignore as LMPD, its fugitive unit, and SWAT circled the car Wolf was riding shotgun in.
It was just a spare moment of panic. Everyone was looking around to see what was going on.
Now pulled over, and with the driver out of the car, LMPD says Wolf slid into the driver's seat and sped away.
And then it carried on.
The start of a tense 2-mile pursuit, police say, ended in the Clifton neighborhood when the car Wolf was driving broke down.
I was just informed, and I'm glad he got caught.
An injured Wolf remains in the hospital. LMPD said he'll head straight to Metro Corrections once discharged. He's expected to face a slew of new charges.
And he's off the streets and everybody's safe again.
Connor Steffen, WHAS11 on your side.
Wolf was originally in custody on charges of burglary, evading police, and handgun possession by a felon.
Another horse had to be euthanized at Churchill Downs this weekend. That brings the total number of horses that have died at the track this season to 9. According to Churchill Downs, Swanson Lake had to be vanned off Saturday with a significant leg injury. It happened in the 6th race of the day after the horse made it past the finish line. Churchill Downs says the horse's injury was deemed inoperable and the horse had to be put down.
Starting today, you can buy Tark's Youth Summer Pass. June to August, young people ages 6 to 19 who have a pass can utilize unlimited travel through Tark. The transportation company says the goal is to get kids where they need to be safely, whether it's a part-time job, summer camp, or a local swimming pool. Youth passes are $30. A current MyTark student ID card is required, and we've got details on how you can update or purchase an ID in this story on WHAS11.com.